Well, well, well. So the GOP snuck all sorts of things in that spending bill, dear, from banning hemp products federally across the US of A. And I want to remind everybody today that hemp has been a cash crop for the US of A since the day we started making paper money, okay? Hemp is in everything. It's not just tokeable, smokable, and chewable, too. It's in your furniture, your upholstery, boo. It's in your clothes, and it's in the money that's in your pocket, honey. But for some reason, the glitch bitch, Mitch McConnell, the one that's still dialing up on AOL, for some reason, he wants to make it illegal federally all across the board. All hemp products, baby. And that might have something to do with the fact that he's from Kentucky. And even though Kentucky is the largest producer of hemp, there's also Kentucky bourbon, dear. And they really lobby it with the Mitch bitch guy a whole lot. And they think that they have suffered a hit as of late because there's so much, hemp on people's plates instead of whiskey. And I also want to remind everybody today, I guess the glitch bitch Mitch doesn't understand how profitable the hemp industry is, but he's absolutely okay with the fact that people get behind the wheel every single day here in the US of A after having a drink or two, and then they unalive other Americans, boo. The glitch bitch is absolutely okay with that. And I also want to remind you something else they snuck in that spending bill. Yes, I'm talking quite fast here. I've had 2 cups of coffee and a cup of green tea, and I've got shit I got to do, baby. So just hang on in with me. They also added into that bill a federal ban on abortion. And I just want to remind the red hat man who seems to think that the women out here don't want to touch you, dear, because you keep playing with our bodily autonomy, ain't nobody ever going to touch your fucking PP. Okay? Okay. And something else I want to say here. The Democrats tried to do their best to put America first by putting a provision in the bill to have the GOP vote not to send that $40 billion to the Argentinian man. But they voted to send it there, the GOP, because it's not about America first, you see. It's about doing anything and everything that Daddy wants them to do because of all that evidence in the files that point the finger at quite a few in the crew, not just the orange dude. Like the fact that the creepy Peepy Mike Johnson dude, one of his main donors, dear, is in the list too. So that's why he's trying to protect that list. He's trying to protect his donors, his daddy, so many, Israel too. You know the creepy peepy dude, he really goes hard for Israel these days. I mean, hell, they're proposing bills to send money to the IDF so they can get paid with your taxpayer money, honey. And I also will remind you of something here, dear. You ready for this? Come on. These motherfuckers need to be impeached, convicted, and removed. Okay, I'm glad we got that off our chest. These motherfuckers right here, honey, the shit they've been trying to do, they absolutely passed that little provision that they added in to supply Senate members who had their phone records subpoenaed and their emails too with $500,000 on your taxpayer money, boo. They passed that right away. But for some reason, that $40 billion, they just could not send Americans' way. They had to send it to Argentina. You might be thinking, why in the fuck, after the people in the streets, their own constituents, were saying, hey, I'm losing my farm today. Why are you sending $40 billion Argentina's way? I just want to remind you why they had to vote yes on that is because they already sent that money, honey, without congressional approval. That's right. Scotty Bessent, the Secretary of Treasury, has been just playing with the Treasury money without any congressional approval. Like the thing he did the other day, where he made it easier for them to do shady crypto plays, shady hedge fund plays, and shady real estate plays with companies and individuals from other countries. The reason they could not release the SNAP benefits is because they already used that shit. That's why, even though the government's supposed to be opening up back real soon, that is why the Orange Buffoon, the administration, are still fighting in court not to release SNAP benefits. It's more complex than just 2025 and the project that says no more social nets for Americans, dear. It's much more deep than that. They already fucking spent the money. Prove me wrong, GOP. Prove me wrong that you haven't already spent the money, and I'll retract what I have to say today. You're fucking corrupt in every single way, and all of your secrets are out there at play, and there ain't shit you can do to cover it up today. The American people are about to be done with you. Your daddy's up on TV trying to tell the American people that they can't afford to eat, when everybody knows that's not fucking true. In any kind of way. He stood up there the other day and let Americans know that the H-1B visas are going to flow on through. We're going to let all foreign students in because, according to the Orange Man, they're more qualified to do a job in America here. More qualified than you, the American boo. I also want to remind everybody today that yesterday was Veterans Day and that orange fool decided he was going to invite a terrorist into the White House. A guy you could say is directly responsible for the unaliving of American soldiers, dear. A man who literally could be directly responsible for the unaliving of thousands of American soldiers was invited to the White House yesterday. And you thought that little shit he did back in the day at Camp David was a problem, dear. They want you to be on the side of this guy because he had al-Assad removed, because he tumbled a government. But I just want to remind you, bad guys are still bad guys, even if they take out other bad guys. Just because a bad guy takes out a bad guy doesn't mean he's a good fucking guy today. He should have never been invited to step foot in the White House or the US of A. But the GOP is not America first. They're money first. They're predator first. They're pedo first. They're everything first, as long as it grows their own personal purse. And we're just peasants, honey. We're just peasants. And they don't care if we live in squalor today. Because, well, they know all we'll do is holler. Maybe it's time we stop hollering, dear, and start actually removing these corrupt politicians sitting up there. Even if we have to do it by force. I mean, of course. I'm not saying violence, dear. I'm just saying it's time. It's time for somebody, somewhere, to get the courage to do what needs to be done within our military and hem them up, hon.